Hello, everyone. How's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some RuneScape, shall we? Episcocat, Mather, good evening. Good to see you. Alright, my chat was broken. Now it's fixed. Well, or is it? Let me see about this. Sort of. Now it's refreshing. One moment. Testing. No, it's not. The chat is not overlaying on the stream. I don't see. Let me see. 1 second. Well, yeah, it's not overlaying at all, is my chat. Let me see about this. See if we can get it going. Oh, now it says it's ready. There it goes. All right. Okay. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some RuneScape. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We're back in action. Nickman, Mather, Episcocat. Good evening. All right, meat and potatoes indeed. Let me put away some stuff that I had. I was doing some mining, so I just want to dump all of this in here. I don't think I'll need this ancient hymnal or this battered letter, but you never know. We'll see how this goes. And we need some runes. I can safely destroy the hymnal with the... Okay. And give me, I don't know. I like having the law runes nowadays. I don't think I need these water runes at all, but you never know. Right? Okay. Alright. So at this point, let's open up the old quest panel and see where we're at. So we are on the quest for Legends Guild it is, right? We need to do while Guthix sleeps. So we're going to talk to Radimus Urkel, our good buddy in the Legends Guild. So we can actually just teleport there with our Designer Legends Guild cape that we got. Miraculous. Alright. We've made it. We're through the gates. Haven't worked with this gentleman in a while. Alright. No. Oh, no, that's just a papyrus. Right. No, he's over here. Radimus. Hey, buddy, it's me. Do you have a quest for me? Ah, yes, Dr. Incompetent. It might not be the sort of quest you've come to expect, but you could be right for the job with your experiences in Karamja. Okay, what are the details? Well, it's all quite hush-hush. I've been approached by a lady of some note, an influential druidess in Taverley. She is organizing a sort of mission to Karamja. Do tell, I know all the druids in Taverley. You can name her. A mission to Karamja? Yes, do let me finish, Dr. Incompetent. Otherwise, we may be here all day, he says, grinding his molars. The Druidess represents a collective who wish to travel to Karamja. The details are sketchy, but I believe they intend to set up a new place of worship for the followers of Guthix. In the jungle, it makes sense, seeing how most places in Karamja are surrounded by nature, and Guthix is reported to gain his powers from nature and snakes and all that. So, are you interested? What sort of mission is this? What are we talking about? I don't have many details, as I said before, but I believe they want to build a place of worship for Guthix out in Karamja. They probably want someone to act as a guide and advisor while on the trip. Is it going to be dangerous? I'd assume that it will be, and prepare for the very worst, Dr. Incompetent. From my understanding of the mission, the organizers are aware of the risks in this area. Yeah, the music is really loud and swelling, but it's very inspirational, isn't it? You feel very legendary when listening to it. I would expect this to be perhaps the most challenging and dangerous undertaking of your adventuring career to date. That sounds ominous. Alright, let's talk money. What do I get? That's really for you to sort out with my contact, but I'm afraid you can't meet her until I have your word that you agree to undertake the mission. Alright, I'm interested. Where do I report? We accept the quest. Okay, great. I knew you'd be the right person for the job. It's me. You'll need to talk to a druidess called Ivy Sophista in Taverley. I believe she's located in one of the buildings opposite the summoner's house. In order that she knows you've been sent by me, we've agreed a simple passphrase. You need to say the following when you meet her. Our friend in common places, great faith in totems. Okay. Our friend in common places great faith in totems. Indeed. Alright, great. I'll head there immediately. And we will. Oh boy. That was decidedly not warping to Taverley. Alright. Summoners Guild. Straight opposite. Beep, beep, beep. Take me over here. Hey, Spaced Viking, good evening. Thank goodness, right? Now, don't we want Guthix to always be sleeping because, like, is it every time that Guthix wakes up, things and gods and people die, or is it just sometimes? Alright, so I'll go over here. There she is. I got her. Ivy. Oh, she's got a sickle. That's a druid if I've ever seen one. Ask about while Guthix sleeps. Mather, that's a good point, right? So he's cranky if he wakes up, but he wakes up because people are making too much noise, and he's like, I'm trying to sleep over here. Hi there. Yes, can I help you? Our trends in stolen traces, great swathes and tokens, that's sweet. Our friend in common places, great faith in totems. Good, I'm glad you've arrived. Meet Therisk upstairs. There's much to discuss and Lucian's spies are everywhere. Oh, good. I've been meaning to give Lucian his comeuppance. When I'm done with Lucian, he's going to have 2 limps, if you know what I mean. Lucian? Shh, upstairs. Alright. I hope that these wooden log walls insulate against the noise. Hey, Crab, good evening. Good to see you. All right, this is Therisk Semfire, or Semfear. Well met, Therisk. Ivy sent me. Apparently there's a task you need some help with. A mission to Karamja, I believe. Ivy mentioned Lucian, though, and I'm not sure why. The mission to Karamja was a necessary cover story. Ooh, he has a unique face. Very nice. Dr. Incompetent. Radimus recommends you. That's good. There's little point in risking his life with the information I'm about to impart. Wait a minute, what? You told the head of the Legends Guild a cover story so his life wouldn't be in danger? Is this level of secrecy really necessary? It is. Strangers have appeared in Taverley, and several of our brethren have been murdered in truly terrifying circumstances. Murders in Taverley? Why? First, a little background. I help to organize a group called Crux Equal. We are followers of Guthix who are concerned with the state of the world at large. The equal cross? Is that what that means? All right. Too long have Guthix's followers been spellbound by the beauty of nature when they should be using their powers to fight those who throw the wider world into the chaos of imbalance. Sounds quite forward-thinking for a group of druids. Some druids do defend the weak and fight against oppression, though. That's not my point. The elder druids within Taverley are cautious about the larger issues that need attention. Like the Maharat, I know them well, especially the one called Lucian. His insatiable hunger for power is a cause for concern. Well, good thing he didn't get any stabs recently, wink wink. Many of our operatives researching Lucian's movements have met with a stealthy, violent death. These deaths are messages from Lucian's henchmen, warnings that we should stay away. That sounds awful. We believe that Lucian is already very powerful since getting the Staff of Armadillo. He has also established a lethal network of spies, assassins, and thugs who are subverting our ability to keep track of his plans. Consider it, Zamorak was once a Maharat until he used the Staff of Armadillo to attain godhood. Okay, alright, so Lucian is a Maharat who now has the Staff of Armadillo. I see where this is going. Shush. A moment, brother. Someone is approaching from down the stairs. Let us wait for them to pass. Oh, listen to that music. Oh my god, assassins. Take that. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I did my dragon's breath all over you, dude. That's my fault. Oh, okay, Nickman. So you're saying I should take my equipment window and put it over here for this quest? I can do that. So that I can change to, like, different loadouts or whatever? Oh, okay. Do you mean my weight? Alright, I'll put it right down there. Man, that was crazy, dude. Are you okay? My fire breath went all over you. Yes, I think so. Now that those filthy assassins are dead, do you understand why the level of secrecy needs to be maintained? Yes, of course. I hadn't realized that Lucian had become so powerful. None of us had, and that's why we find ourselves in this situation. What efforts are you making against Lucian? We're trying to track his movements. He's in the north somewhere, perhaps near the wilderness. We have heard a lot of reports that he has spies around Draenor Village. I've probably seen a few of those, but why are they in that area? We don't know, but we have reports. that a stranger entered the Lumbridge swamp caves at the time these spies started arriving. Apparently, he's a treasure hunter by the name of Mavario. Oh, I believe I've dealt with Mavario, or maybe not. I was initially going to ask you to go into the wilderness to see if you could track down Lucian, but at this juncture, I'm curious to see what information we can find out about Mavario and what he's up to. Sounds like a bit of a wild goose chase. What would Mavario have to do with Lucian? There may be no connection, but the Temple Knights, the Guardians of Armadillo, and members of Crux Equal are all concerned about what it is he's doing down there. What do you know about him? Quite a bit, actually. He's magically trained, has adventured, has ties to the rune crafting and magic guilds. He's also spent a lot of time in various archives. So he's a bit of a history buff. Is that a crime? Maybe not, but there is some speculation that he helped Lucian track down the Staff of Armadillo in the first place. He's an experienced artifact hunter, after all. He's currently a bit of an unknown quantity, and we need to learn about him. Do you think I should tell him that I was also involved in Lucian and the Staff of Armadillo? Or maybe I'll just wait for his network of spies to uncover that info. What are our options? Crux Equal are going to contact the Temple Knights and the Guardians of Armadillo. It's time we treated this threat seriously. You must be taking the threat that Lucian poses very seriously if you've decided to all work together. Indeed, some of the speculation about Mavario's intentions are a bit too wild to believe. All these rumors about the Fist of Guthix and the Eye of Saradomin. People will believe anything. Can you remind me about the old Fist of Guthix? Most people associate the Fist of Guthix with an arena where druids reward adventurers for gathering energy from a strange imprint on the floor. In fact, the arena was named after the mythical concept itself. I don't even want to consider that nonsense right now. I still think it's a good idea to have this Mavario character checked out, though, just to be on the safe side. All right. What are our options? I want to hear... Oh, never mind. I already heard about this. I was hoping to get the Eye of Saradomin. Anyway, that's fine. What do you need me to do, buddy? It's very important that we get some background material on Mavario. We think he's working for Lucian, looking for something, but we're not sure what it is. Perhaps a tunnel which leads from the north through the Lumbridge swamp caves into Lumbridge. Lucian could march his troops all the way down there without encountering any resistance. Could be. There's also speculation about the Eye of Saradomin, but I don't put much stock in that rubbish. Okay. Very confident. Eye of Saradomin, what's that? It's not really relevant, but it's from a phrase in a translated tome. And power from Saradomin's eye did strike his enemies, and all was wasted in death that appeared about him. Wow, okay, I need that. It's all metaphorical imagery related to Saradomin's godly powers. Like I say, it's pointless rumor. It's not important. What do you think Darisk is going to say when I come to him at the end of this quest with Saradomin's actual eyeball and the severed fist of Guthix? He's going to be like, oh, okay, these weren't metaphorical. Oh my god. Okay, how do I start? Learn about Mavario, find out where he lives, get some proof of what he is researching, and bring it to me. He studied at the Palace Library in Varric, so Reldo is likely to have met him. I knew Reldo would get wrapped up in all of this. See if Reldo can give you some hints. Reldo? A local ponytailed librarian might be my link to a master artifact hunter working with Lucian? Does that seem likely? Reldo is shrewd, observant, and knowledgeable. He may be able to give you all the information you need. Remember, I need some proof of what it is that Mavario is researching. Reldo might not be able to give you the specific location, but what information he has could be useful. More questions. Can you explain a bit more about yourself? Not much to tell, really. I've lived in Taverley most of my life and was initiated as a druid about 10 years ago. I've traveled around most of Gielinor, and I've seen tragedy and heartache, triumph and beauty. I feel that many of my fellow druids are a bit too absorbed in local matters and should look at the larger picture. I love how balanced this Guthix druid is. I've seen it all. The bitter and the sweet, the high and the low, the good and the bad. I feel angry that some of the weaker peoples suffer, while stronger individuals tend to oppress those weaker than themselves. Indeed. Can you tell me what you do? Certainly. When I returned from my travels around Gielinor, it became clear to me that many of my druidic peers are not aware of the troubles in the world at large. Others feel as I do, so we've worked together, got ourselves organized, and our collective name is Crux Equal. To fight the Maharat, we need to be organized. The Maharat are powerful. I think it's only natural to be fearful of them, but what of Guthix and his power? Surely the Maharat would be wary of your power in turn. To some degree, I expect they are. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure that the group of druids of Gielinor would fight to the last drop of blood if the situation requires it. They're not afraid of using the power of Guthix to fight for balance in the world. So what's the problem? Surely that's all that's needed. My fear is that the likes of Lucian and the other Maharat might be aware of our strengths and can easily calculate what forces would be needed to slay every last one of us, and every last soul defending Mistalin and Asgarnia. It is my belief that they could quite easily mount a force of sufficient size to do that, and for all we know, it may already be on its way toward Varric of Falador. Surely the authorities in Mistalin and Asgarnia are scouting for exactly these kinds of forces, preparing to defend against it. Well, that may be, but I feel that more should be done. For years, there have been rumors about the Maharat heading north and a buildup of dark power. I, for one, am not happy to live in fear, tormented by rumors. Many more people are also concerned and would rather face what's happening and prepare for it. And why shouldn't we do something about it? The path of Guthix is still the dominant religion on Gielinor, and Guthix grants us power to not live in fear. See, that I wouldn't have actually known. From all of the iconography that I see, my impression seems to be that Saradomin is the most prevalent god that's worshipped. But maybe I'm just missing it, or obviously he's speaking the truth. It just belies what my impression was. It's interesting. Oh, okay. Urban and rural. That's all very well, but what you actually going to do? We are starting to organize ourselves and share information with other like-minded organizations. Hey, Charlie. How's it going, my friend? Thank you for subscribing. Okay, so I already asked him this. Many people are making contributions of materials or time. Some are specialized in fields of recon and combat and taking direct action against Lucian's despicable forces. Direct action? That sounds more like my cup of tea. That's what I was hoping, you say, my friend. When I came up the stairs, I was like, this is the kind of guy that likes killing people, in droves even. That's right, buddy. Crux Equal is a group of people who believe that we should be aware of what the larger world is doing. Its members are generally quite young, except me, who's very old, but we have the support of Sanfew and, Kakwemix, powerful druids who see the sense. Hey, Nickel, what's up, my friend? Oh, okay. Good to know, good to know. Oh, that's a good point, Nick, man. I'll tell you what, I wish that I get I might want to go talk to Sandview about this, see if he has any 2 cents, because, as I always mention, Sandview is one of my favorites because he's, like, all of his dialogue is voice acted, and he's got that, like, real old man voice going. I wish Therisk was also voice acted, but you can't have everything. In being prepared. Well, that's a lot of information to digest. It is, I mean, it's like no question when you hear Sandview's voice that this is an old man. You know how, like, you could have a youthful voice, like, oh, well, he sounds pretty, pretty young. That's like, this guy's been around for 4,000 years. Miracle, good evening. Good to see you. Exactly, Nickel. Sandview sounds like, he's been around since Guthix woke up. It's true. It's true, Nick, man. All right, let's go to the previous questions. Let's see. Okay, thanks. All right, we got it. All right, so from here, we will head down, and first of all, we need to go talk to Reldo and Varric, but I am not happy yet because I'm talking to Sandview before I leave. There is no way I am getting out of this town without talking to my dude on the blue rug.
What can I do for you, young'un?
Miracle, I'm not sure, my friend. There's the voice. General questions, gout, weed, work. Ah, darn, I can't interrogate him directly yet about this. But it's probably, maybe Cruxy, Equal is kept on the down low. Especially with all these assassinations. You can't blame the guy. We're going for it. One second. Both, Miracle, both, my friend. I think on my YouTube page, if you click on the top, it should show the Discord link and the Twitch link. I think that Restream is... Oh, there it goes. It's being very slow. Let me see if I can update the titles to say... While Guthix sleeps. Okay. Hello there. How can I help you? Let's talk about Lucian and Movario, buddy. What do you know? Hi, Rildo. I wonder if you know someone called Movario. Movario? Oh, yes. He's been here a few times. Why do you ask? You're shaking in your petticoat there, Reldo. Could you tell me about him? He's certainly an interesting character. He rarely needs help locating books, is reasonably amiable for a scholar, but he does get annoyed if interrupted when reading. He speaks with a faint Khazard accent, like many such scholars, likes to keep himself to himself. And what does he do? I am, Miracle. I know, Nick, man. I love, like, the writing in this is so deliberate. They're like, we're getting everybody together, every organization. There's so much dialogue. There's so many questions, It's very clear that this isn't just a passing quest. Oh, he comes in here from time to time, usually makes lots of notes as he goes. I've seen him read some unusual works, books on traps, housing improvements, and even divination. He seems particularly interested in the very oldest historical documents. We have quite a collection in the archives, you know. Not much use, though. The language is quite old and barely decipherable. Did you mention traps? Oh, dear God. Well, apparently a thief by the name of Slick-Fingered McGrew attempted to steal something from Mavario. After his attempt, he was known as No Fingers McGrew. That's a good one. Yes, a bit grisly, to say the least, but one thing, No Fingers McGrew was reported to have said he was, quote, solving the puzzle arms the trap. Solving the puzzle arms the trap. Okay. Well, I don't know what we could say about No Fingers McGrew, but he probably had to change careers after that little incident. And where does he live? Sorry, no idea. He possibly has ties to the Khazard area, but I don't know for certain if that's where he lives. Do you know how I could track down his lodgings? Huh? Tracking? Now there's a question for a librarian. Do I look like an expert tracker? Hey, Fire Mage, what's up? Thank you for following. You do look like an expert tracker. Why do you want to track down his lodgings, anyway? Oh, I was curious about him. Wanted to get some information. Nothing bad or anything like that. I mean, don't get that idea. Well, I've read about some jungle creatures that are able to take a scent and track it down. You'll probably need to talk to some sort of jungle hunting expert on the matter, though, and I'm not sure if there are many of those around here. A jungle? Like Karamja? It all goes back to Karamja. I like how they ostensibly ignore a bloodhound. They're like, well, the dog that's used in police work for years to track things. Let's go with a jungle animal. I was thinking a more temperate jungle than a tropical jungle. Perhaps try hunting for an expert in the jungle north of Uglog. Oh. Hey, Fire Mage. Yes, indeed. Sir Theodore is a regular viewer of our adventures here in Gillinor. Hey, Bryson. Good evening, my friend. Good to see you. All right, we got all the information we can get. Time to go north of Uglog, huh? Well, here's Uglog, so let's go to Yanil and work our way around. All right. So, what can we do? Well, here's a cave. There's caves all over. I know I did one of these for a quest. Now, there's dead people here. I don't know. Oh, we're looking for the hunter, though. We're not looking for Mavario. We're looking for the jungle hunter. Is it the... It can't be Chompy. Oh, no, there's a hunting lodge right over there, isn't there? Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah, okay. I was going to say, there's a... I came over here to hunt birds at one point, I think. Awesome, Bryson. Thank you so much for watching, my friend. Indeed, Fire Mage. That is me. Okay. I think that's it. No. Yeah, it is. Hunting expert. Oh my goodness. Now that is quite a haircut. Or a mask. I don't know what we've got going on here. I want to look at this. A creature to help me track down a person. Hello there. Oh, it's a lion mask. Okay, sweet. There we go. I was waiting for the portrait to appear. Ah, hello, how's the hunting? I need to track someone. I've heard that there might be an animal that can do that. Ah, yes. I think you mean the wild broav. They have a great sense of smell. Wild broav? What's that? It's a small wild boar. Very wild. Not easy to capture either, especially not alive. Then, of course, you'd have to train it. Train it? What do you mean? The broav is quite a sensitive creature. If treated in the correct way, it can be taught to follow scents, making it an excellent tracker. Would I be able to do that? Train it, I mean? I only know of one person who can do that. She's a very experienced hunter and could possibly do it for you, but I don't think she could train you to do it. She's pretty local. You're talking to her. All right, great. I'll give you 10 gold pieces. Oh, you. Okay, so I just bring the broav back to you if I catch one? Yep, bring the critter to me. I'll see what I can do. Okay, great. How do I catch it? Now you need to set a trap, similar to the ones used for catching larupias, a pitfall trap. Instead of jumping over it, though, you just need to bait the trap with a fungus. Fungus, like a mushroom? Hey, Jiminy. Thanks for subscribing, my friend. Yes. Oh, it's a bruv? Oh, okay. I thought the A made the O long. A bruv. Okay, I'll say it like that. Yes, but no ordinary mushroom. Oh. Okay. I got my one from a dark and dismal place called Mauritania. Okay, and where's the best place to catch a broav? Before I give you all the details, you must remember two things. First of all, you don't need to jump over the trap like you do with larupias. Secondly, when you catch a broav, bring it to me. I gotcha. Now then, there's an old pitfall trapping spot to the west you can use here. You need to take this fungus to bait the trap to attract the broav. Okay. The expert hands you some fungus with a decidedly unpleasant odor. Alright, good. We got it. What do I do when I've caught it? Once you have the broav, bring it to me. I'll see if I could train it so it follows you. How do I get it to track someone down? Get something that belongs to the person you want to track and just let the broav sniff it for a while. It should be able to track a smell from a good distance away. Okay, thanks. Alright, so we gotta get a pitfall trap, and do you sell them? Is a pitfall trap something I craft, or is it something I just find in the environment? Okay, great. They're just holes in the ground. Okay, perfect. And I don't have anything of Morovios yet, though, so we'll have to... Or Movario or whatever. I don't have that, but we'll get that. Catch it first, I guess. Alright, so I found the hunter expert. She told me that the creature that Reldo mentioned is called the wild broav, which lives in the jungle to the west of her. I should catch it with a pitfall trap, which I should bait with the Mortmeyer fungus. Then I'll need to bring it back to her so she can train it to track for me. Hey, Mr. Krabs, good evening. Good to see you. So, what I'm going to do is capture it, then I'll worry about the clothing. So let's go west and look for some There's a pitfall trap. There's the wolf. Alright. Trap the pit. You need some logs. Alright, get some logs. Bam. And then use the fungus on the trap. Got it. I'm hiding in the tall grass. There it comes. Look. Something has fallen into the trap. Well, I could see that. Dismantle it? I got an unconscious Broav. Excelente. We've got one, people. We're going to make it happen. All right. Okay, here, wait. Use it on her. I caught it. It's unconscious. Okay, I'll key it to you. Some time passes during which you contemplate some complex theological problems. Seems like that's what I'm dealing with. There you go. You need to put other followers away before you can use it. The Broav tracks best when it has the scent of the person you're trying to find. Okay. So, I caught it. I need to find something that belongs to him. My only need right now is Reldo's comment that Mavario might be associated with the Khazardian area. Perhaps some local Khazardians can help me. Alright, so let's look on the map. Oh, Kandarin. Oh, the monastery will hit me right here. You're right. I see that. Fair enough. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. This is a really dumb question, so I apologize as I'm asking it. Yes, I encountered a general in here. Are Khazardians just named after General Khazart? Like they're just people that, like a nation of people that worship him or follow him? Hello, you're him, the one that beat the general. I did. It's just his army? Okay, the Mather. Okay. That's a good thing to do. Be gone. Yeah, but I want to talk to you about, other stuff. Oh, God, that was... I meant to talk. Here, sorry, buddy. Sorry. I'm looking for someone called Mavario. I don't really know him myself, but I sometimes see him take his laundry to a place just northwest of the fight arena. Sweet. Oh, this is so good. It's like, yeah, you know, I don't really know the guy, but I see him with his underwear when he goes to clean it. It's over by the fight arena. All right. I'll be there, buddy. All right, let me see here. So I'm here, and the fight arena is down here. So I'm looking northwest of this for some laundry. There's laundry. Oh my God, I see it. Examine the fabric. These dyed fabrics are drying off. Well, if it's his, then maybe I can... Well, there's lots of laundry around here. Let's, like, look more carefully. Oh, here's the launderer. Let's talk to him specifically. I do all the laundry for the Maharat General Khazard's army. It's a tough job, but got these handy drying racks. Make my life easier. What could I do for you? Do you know someone called Mavario? Oh, yes. Movario. It's a good point, Nick, man. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys are in the same boat as I am, but Movario sounds to me like the name of a magician. Like, perhaps someone who would perform at a child's birthday. But if I said that name to anyone, it's either he's like a magician or a circus performer, perhaps an incredibly shady individual. If I'm going around asking questions about this person, everyone knows immediately, oh god, I know that one. Sorry, I'm not really supposed to divulge client details. Times are tough enough as it is. I can do without losing customers because of my gossiping. Now, I like how, up until this point, people have been super, like, Reldo spilled the beans so quickly about Movario. I mean, like, gave me all the dirty laundry. Oh, wait a minute. This guy is the dirty laundry. I was getting beans from everyone. This guy, though, you could trust him. He's like, no, I don't divulge the details. What if I give him 10 gold coins? Sorry. What do you do here? I mainly take in washing and make sure it's good and clean for my customers. Times are tough, though. Not everyone can afford such a service, and it's affecting my takings. Do you find that very fulfilling? Well, it could be a bit monotonous, and the pay isn't good, but I set myself some goals and deliver my washing clean. My customers rarely complain, so I guess I must be doing something right. Oh, I'll convince him. Oh, I see what you mean. With a particular ability of mine? Either that or they're afraid of you. Ah, yes, good one. Many of my customers are pretty important. I'm sure they'd have a word with me if they thought that my quality was slipping. All right. Well, I do have a way of convincing people. You're right about that. So, yeah. Okay, this is fine. I'll do it this way. I like how I just have this Jedi mind trick, like, in my bank at all times. Basically, you don't need to see his identification. There it is. Oh, okay, I got it. No, I could just do this. This is fine. I know, Nick, man. I was hoping to break the game with an infinite loop searching for bank inside the bank. It did not work. They had bested me. Alright. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Pronto. I know, Nick, man. That was basically what happened. I was like trying to talk about, some comment, and then I was doing something, and then what ended up happening was me typing what my brain was interacting with. A telling moment. Alright. What can I do for you? Do you know someone called Movario? Wink wink, adjust ring. Oh yes. Charm. Tell me all you know about Movario. Well, he doesn't tend to wash very well around the neckline. Lots of scuff marks there, and the state of some of his robes, if they're not jammed up with coal tar, they're burnt to a cinder. Not exactly the information I was interested in. Oh, hang on, wait. Does that mean you have some of his clothes to be washed? Yes, actually I do. One of his shirts looks like it won't last the process, though, and needs to go into the bin. Could I have it? Sure you can. The washerman gives you some stinky clothes. Hey, Manto. Good evening. Good to see you. Wow. I hope you're having fun in New Zealand. I've always wanted to go. You're a temporary Kiwi. All right. So I'm gonna use the Broab on the laundry. Nothing happens. Alright. Well, maybe I have to have it out. Or I got the laundry. Okay. Well, let me ask him where he lives. I need to know where he lives. Well, he's a customer here, so I guess he must live somewhere not too far away, but I don't know what his actual address is. Why? Do you have some post form or something? Not exactly, but thanks for the information. You've been very helpful. I'm going to tell him. Okay, thank you. You drop it on the ground. I'm always so wary to drop my pets on the ground that I've captured where it's like, no, I went to a lot of trouble. Actually, this was pretty easy to catch, but I'll drop it. There it is. Look at this guy. Wow. You gotta love it. Now, those are some ancient textures on this Broav. Fantastic. All right. Use the dirty laundry on my dude here. Look, smell it, buddy. Sniff, sniff, snuffle. Oh, he's running. Okay, let's follow the guy. I mean, it might be a lady. Sniff, sniff, sniff. All right, good work. I'll follow you. Alex, good evening. Sniff, sniff. I need a... Give me some food. Right. I don't have a... I want food. Oh, he points to a direction. I'm going to try to feed him. Okay, you can't. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Look at this house. It's all beat up. The perfect headquarters for Mavario. Burst through the door. Is this it, Piggy? No one seems to be here at the moment. It's a bit broken. It is. A bit too broken. Alright, this way, I guess. I know, Alex. Oh my gosh. It's the Top Hat Man and his family. We're back. I see you haven't managed to fix your situation. It's not sniffing anymore. Yeah. It is still broken. Alright. I'll get closer so it can sniff. What you got, Piggy? Or Broav? You smell anything around here? Oh, I gotta give it to him again? Okay, just periodically give it to him. Oh, okay, thank you. Who's going over there? Pointing this way. Alright. Interesting. Okay. Okay, no problem. Alright, buddy. I need you on the case. Alright. Thank you. Let's just go through the battlefield here. Oh boy. We got ourselves between some Zamarakian monks. A battle between gnomes and General Khazard's forces. Where you going? That way, huh? Alright. The door seems to be locked from the inside. Alright, we're going in. It better be possible. Alright. Biggie, what you got? We're airing all the laundry. Alright. Sniffing a lot and pointing this way. It seems that Broev has found something interesting within the table. Oh. Search it. Ah, trapdoor table. I love it. Good work, Broev. Alright, I gotta pick you up, so you might get killed here. I don't want you to go down. Hey, intruder alert. Yep, intruder. You gonna attack me? Oh, okay. That was your last move. Alright, let's look around here on the map. I'm looking for yellow dots. There's a jail. There's an elite guard. What's this door over here? This is their bunkhouse. It's very securely locked. Alright, here. All of you, you're going down. In actual flames. Don't make me asphyxiate you. I'll do it. I'm crazy. Alright, okay, let's poke around. Oh, there's some stairs down. Now we're talking. I like how... There's the mess hall. Alright, we're in, people. You sense magical interference of the sort to disrupt teleportation. Uh-oh. There is no escape. The door seems to be locked and impossible to force. Search it. Further access prohibited. Right. Indeed. Traps. Oh my god. It's one of these rune languages again. Like from the moon. Oh no. Okay. Well, we could break the code, but we don't have... Let's go see if we can get some more information. Alright, let's see what we got. I've climbed down a ladder to some sort of secret base. I wonder what I'll find down here. I know. Me too. I also wonder. Oh, those look like actual runes? Oh, you mean like if I brought runes and I put them in the circular rune hole on the door? So I can't teleport. Yeah, I guess you're right. Alright, so let's go get some runes then and come back. I do. They look like, some of them just look like runes on their side. So I can get some of these, but I definitely need body runes and nature's, I don't know about steam, but I'm taking it all. I don't think I saw a mud rune, but an earth rune, a mind rune, soul, cosmic. I doubt I'll need mist or astral, but I mean, why would I not take it? Okay. Now we've got a lot of runes. I know my inventory is going to be in bad shape for a bit here, but once we open the door, we will, be very pleased with our progress. I'm not the kind of guy to take chances. We can get rid of this, iron stone spirit. That's less than important to us right now. The battle's in the fever pitch. All right. Death to the intruder. That's pretty strong, buddy. Are you sure about that? I'm just checking things out, going to see your buddy. Movario. All right. So it looks like fire, air, earth, water, either mind or body, I suppose. I'm going to take a picture of this. Okay, so fire, air. I mean, steam looks closer, but I'm pretty sure it's earth because they're all on their side. Not all of them, I guess. This one does still looks like water to me, though. And then I feel like they're going to be basic runes, not anything too exotic. And then I'll try. It looks more like mind than body. All right. The door reacts badly and fires a spell. Okay. Let's try it again then. I'm off kilter. Alright, so maybe instead of that being fire, it is... I mean, it could be just an E for like, well, no. You see how it's the same backwards as it is forwards. Like, it's left to right, and then right to left to right to left. What if instead... let me try the mind rune. Oh, you're right. Thank you, Nickel. I didn't... It is a D. Okay. But I was thinking like the pictures of the runes. But even then... Well, if it was... Even if that was a D, though... I don't see how that... Well, the D looks like water. Or blood, I guess. But even if I did... So, if D really meant W, or... then I would switch it up here to not be a D. Like... Oh, okay. Huh. Boy, I was making that way harder than I guess it needed to be. I was like, okay, I gotta be in the right sequence here. Oh. Well... It opened, but then it closed. I guess you're right. I was all like, okay, I gotta take a picture of this. Huh. Okay. Oh no, it fixed. Look at that. Okay. So water was right. I see. Now I need to put a fire rune in. Thank you. It's very tricky. What tricked me was that it opened, and I thought I just let it close because I was talking to you. But now I need to search it. You search the door and find that the trap has been engaged. You think you may be able to disarm the trap. Yes, I'm an awesome thief. I disarmed it. Thank you, Spaced. I mean, that's the trick of this game. I've been playing RuneScape for so long that sometimes a puzzle, like, what happened to was my mind immediately went to the precedent of the Lunar Rune puzzle, where I was like, I took a picture on my phone, and then I was like basically deciphering another. It was like a cipher, you know, and I was deciphering it, and that's what I thought I was going to have to do here. And I was looking for patterns. I was like rotating the runes and doing all this stuff, and then I just completely ignored the bottom part. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm through. It just keeps changing. Okay. Oh, this looks like a fun place. Kind of like elemental workshop situation. Okay. Look at the bookcase. Looks to be a very sturdy bookcase filled with reams of indecipherable writings. Great. Oh. As you enter the room, a section of floor sinks slightly under your weight. Thank you. So I hit a pressure plate. And then there is something here with the painting like Atlas, except instead of the world, it's a book. Like the book is weighing this guy down. You search the painting and find a catch at the back. No, leave it for the time being. All right. I have not. Okay. All right, so these bookshelves look to be pretty similar. This one is, like, hooked up to the wiring for some reason. It's not illuminated. Crammed with books on every topic. Yeah, I agree, Spaced Viking. Totally. Can't look at the floor wires anymore. I was able to for a moment. Okay. You search the bookcase and find that one of the books is in fact a lever. You gently pull it out. Okay. You hear a faint click, but notice nothing in particular happening. All right. Okay. And one is a lever. I pulled it. The wires kind of go over here a little bit. It's slightly illuminated. Slightly illuminated. All right, let's keep pulling clicks on the ones that have wires set up to them, I guess. Not illuminated. Oh, okay, that did something. You pull the book lever, click. Not illuminated, but it was. Alright, so let's look from above. You could see that there's electricity from this cage, and it goes out into different directions. And we did get some of the wires to be illuminated. Yeah, they're kind of like slightly pulsing, but you're right. So these are all pulsing. So what I probably want to do, I mean, it seems like I'd want to get them all to turn off so that there's no more electricity. It's either you want them all on or you want them all off. Let's try to... Okay, I turned off these, but now these are on. Oh god, it's one of these. Okay. So I think all the wires on this side of the room are off, and it's this one, these that are all on. But only some of the wires go to the gate, so maybe we don't have to worry about any of the ones except for these. So in that case, what we'd want is for all of these wires to be on, so that if I pull the switch here, then those will turn off, I guess. Okay, so now this one is on. Now I wonder if I pull this one. Let me see what happens. Alright, then these go back on, and then I'll just go... Alright, that was not what I was expecting to happen. Alright, I'm going to search the painting. I'm going to kind of think about this one for a while. If it's just... Alright. A device for measuring levels of heat. A set of drawers has a sophisticated set of scales on it. Chest of drawers. Oh, I have to go over, okay. Search this. You find a small piece of paper entitled A Treatise on Pressure. You suspect that these notes were placed here for a reason, perhaps as a reminder? Some notes about pressure, probably just boring old stuff anyway. Well, I mean... A treatise on pressure. During my many adventures, I've had occasion to notice the effect of mass upon a compressible fluid or solid. In some planes, for instance, Differences in gravity may affect one's weight, but relative pressure remains constant, as the fluid or solid being measured is affected in the same way. With these experiences, I've deduced that just as weight can be measured, pressure can be recorded as a reflection of mass. In the first instance, my unit of measurement is quite arbitrary, but suits my needs. The pressure applied to a cubic yard of air by the heat of a typical dragon's flame I have dubbed as 1 drag flame, D, and broken that down into 1,000 tickets, T. Of course, it's difficult to coerce a person into a container to be scorched by a dragon, and the only practical purpose I can thus far determine is to measure vertical pressure, that is, the pressure afforded from a combination of mass and gravity. Therefore, a small amount of weight, say that produced by a human body carrying 17 units of coal, produces around 38 tickets of vertical pressure. Okay, so I have 27 kilograms. These are sensible assumptions to make regarding pressure, at least until a universal agreed scale of measurement exists. Other standard vertical pressures include rune plate body, mithril crossbow, fire battle staff. Okay. So these are T in tickets. All right. Look at the pile of weights. A section of weights all piled together. All right. You check the gauge. It reads 27 tickets. All right. $27. I was wondering, I mean, this looks like a scale. Maybe I'm not thinking about this right. Here. Alright, so if I'm carrying 17 units, it's 38 tickets of vertical pressure, but I'm carrying 27. Maybe. I don't know if it's measuring me, though. Well, there was a pressure plate when I came in, right? But maybe this is just my cue that it's a scale, but let's see what this did. It was 27 tickets. Oh, and never mind, that doesn't work. Alright. A weighty tome. All right. I mean, it could be that I just need to do this electrical puzzle first. I'm looking down the barrel of 2 puzzles. Hey, William. How's it going? Thank you for subscribing. All right. So maybe what I do is I just say, okay, this wire is on. What if... Hey, Carasquila. Good night, my friend. So pulling that means that basically only this little wire is on. It's hard to see. It would be nice if it was more visible. You're right. All right, let's think about this. Now that kind of got them all lit up again, which is not what I was really looking for. What's interesting about the whole thing is, like, at this point, the only wire that's lit is this one, which connects these 2 shelves. So I would think that this wouldn't be electrified like that, but maybe I'm misunderstanding. Mm-hmm. Alright, so now we're down to this one being lit. Back to that one. Oh, it just resets when you get one wrong? Hmm. So does that mean I have to leave and come back? Honestly, I have to tell you at this point, like, I'm looking at it from the top down. I am not understanding what I'm supposed to be doing here. And what order, I mean, like, I'm just trying to turn them all off, I guess. But yeah, that's what I've been trying to do. All right, let me think about it. All right, let me look at this. Well, I can't tell. I mean, it doesn't go anywhere else. I'm guessing that this counts as a connection when the wire goes underneath like this. Because right now, okay, I pulled it and it put the wire, the current over here. It does tell you click, you pull a book lever when you got the right. Oh, something happened. Oh, I did it. Okay. Well, interesting. Oh, okay, thank you. Oh, that didn't work out right. Alright, get out of there. Yeah, that's right. The floor was different there. Alright. I know. I keep going too fast. Alright, so this is where I weigh too much. And I need to weigh a certain amount to get through, I think, right? So let's see. 27 tickets is what I need to weigh. And if I look at the instructions, It says that 17 was 38. So, like, I don't have any of these items on me, but that's telling you how much these different things weigh. So, tickets are not comparable to kilograms. Okay, thank you. That's what I thought. So 17 coal is 28 tickets. So 17. I need to weigh 16? No, wait. Let me think about this. If 17 is 28, how do I get it to 27 tickets? Well, let's just use these weights. Right. Alright. Maybe I don't need these weights. I don't know. Alright, 25. My clothes don't appear to weigh anything. Huh. Well, I took off the staff and that reduced my weight. But if that's the case, then why did picking up the 5 kilogram weight not affect my weight? Oh no, it did. Okay. This doesn't do anything. I got you. Crispy, good evening. Okay, that was my fault. Alright. Can I just ask a question practically? If I drop something on the ground, like my Staff of Armadillo, or Staff of Light rather, can I get it back? Like, okay. I don't want to lose something. Should I just go leave and get naked? Alright, let's see. The Brove has a bunch of weight. Good lord. Oh, I'm overthinking it again? Okay, thank you. I'm like, alright, there's a pressure plate. I gotta weigh a certain amount. Maybe I can just jump over it or something. Huh. Okay. Wow. It needs a certain amount of weight. Alright, so this is what's going to connect with the weight. I get it. Like, I'm so prepared for this quest and its puzzles that every single time I'm like, okay. And like buckling in for some massive thing. I'm definitely overthinking all of the puzzles so far. Okay. Alright, so here's the guy that we need to put the weight on. Most probably. You search a little closer. The tome looks very flat. You also note it has some metal markings on it, like something heavy has been repeatedly placed on it and then taken off again over a number of years. If you apply pressure to the tome, it seems to sink into the statue, and you hear a mechanical groaning. Oh, funny. Okay, thank you, Nick, man. I thought I could, like, disarm the pressure plate, but you need to click on the steps and not the floor. Okay. There are a few scattered rendered papers on the desk, nothing too interesting so far as you could tell. You search the desk and compile a selection of research notes into a loose leaf collection. Oh, okay. That's useful. A loose leaf selection of notes written by a mage called Mavario. These look like they were made over an extended period, all loosely and in no particular order. Alright, so this is research notes number 1. Mauritania. There is little that is easy to gain in the dark lands of Mauritania, as Drakan still holds sway over his subjects. Note, return journey should be completed with a considerable amount of preparation. For sure, Spaced Viking. Definitely learned from his mistakes about, slick fingers and changed his ways. Wilderness. Began my investigations within the blasted lands of the wilderness, particularly east of the demonic ruins. Made some surprising finds that will be noted later. See suspected dragonkin artifacts. Primary expedition notes. Temple of Ikov. Suspected site of the Staff of Armadillo. Strange that there is so little information on this seemingly powerful artifact. Perhaps further research into the lore and arcana stored in Varric Library will reveal more information. Dig site. Interesting archaeological excavations taking place east of Varric. Useful information being gleaned from relics found in the soil. Should return with a view to expanding search. There may be larger elements to be unearthed. Swamps of Lumbridge. The swamps are littered with sinkholes, leading to a massive city inhabited by ingenious goblins. Huh. I discovered the city by means of lower calibration divining equipment. These goblins have created utterly fascinating mechanisms. I should install some of them at home to ensure I keep prying eyes and fingers away. Indeed. Fading, good evening. I started the Avatar live action show Fading, and it's nowhere near as good as the previous live action movie done by M. Night Shyamalan. which is the definitive Avatar, superior to the animated show and this new... I'm just joking. What's funny about it is, like, when I have more experience with the beginning of the cartoon. And so in the show, because Game of Thrones basically has changed most contemporary media or entertainment, and it's like the assault by the Fire Nation on the Airbenders, the Air Nation, was like unbelievable. I was like, this is, it was like they went Anakin Skywalker with the children in the temple, and, the Emperor just, like, turned himself on, like, just lit himself on fire. I was like, boy, that was intense. Yeah, it was something. Okay. Lunar Isle. Feel something unusual here, vaguely similar to the feeling I got in Mauritania, and also in the vicinity of Fiara's Cave, where many people engage in the activity referred to as the Fist of Guthix, a feeling that there was once great power at these places. Basics of magic, reference to a stone of J, and someone, possibly Velator or Vassador, who found it. Both were Fremennik who were around at the time. Stone of what, though? Stone of Jordan, obviously. I've got a couple unidentified I'm looking to sell. Why did these scholars think it necessary to cloud their writings in secrecy? Mad thoughts lead to mad people. Ah, yes, my old notes mentioned something. The Oracle babbled about someone called Joss leaving a stone behind, and Mad Melzar belated about the cabbage of Joss. Could these be one and the same? A stone of Joss, a possible source of runestone magics, the source of the runestones themselves? There is some connection here with my other work. More research needed, obviously. Always more research needed. Who or what is Joss? Exactly. Bolcathos indeed, Aurak. Spaced Viking. Stone of Joe Dirt, more like it. Shiloh Village, Karamja. An element of dark and ancient evil resides here. The spirit of some ancient and twisted jungle demon still seems present. Even though the totems have been returned to their original state, the peoples of the Karazi jungle seem unaware that the spirit grows in potency. I actually did a little something about that. Perhaps some new recruit to the Legends Guild will take on the daunting task. That was me. I've spent many days reading of such ancient dread. I feel its presence ever at my side. Once my research is done, I shall feel the warmth of sunshine on my body and the fine sands of Karamja beneath my feet. There is still much to do before this takes place. Some troubling references to the powers of Saradomin in the tomes of Varrock. Reference 32.1, Saradomin's will. With the power of Saradomin's eye, he was struck down. Something about the phrasing doesn't seem right, and it mirrors other references attributed to Guthix. The mighty power of the Fist of Guthix tore the earth asunder, and the shaking ground did swallow his enemies. Focus on a single body part to Guthix is unusual, with no reference made to feet, head, etc. Why is this bothering me? Reference 32.2, Lores of Ancient Gods. The stranger in our midst stood forward when asked. Speak ye lies afore me, spoke Saradomin, and my eye shall see it. In vengeance for your evil, it will shatter you like ice and your remains shall feed the earth. Once again, Saradomin has an eye, but nothing else is mentioned. Do I just imagine this? Ruins of Uzer. A closer look into this fascinating area should be organized as soon as possible. I've done some work there. Histories of Guthix, direct translation, refine, and he with the stone, rock-like hand, fist made clear that the place of safekeeping should be sought for. He desired that the power should not be used to usurp and had been done before. All he knew were guilty and would be thrown and displaced from Gielinor, and at one again with the nature of the world could he return. Desert areas. Further interests include Narda, the lands south of the desert mining camp, and the strange city to the south, Menephos and Sophanheim. A thorough magical survey of the desert lands is also an important task to complete. Who knows what other treasures lie hidden in those ancient and barren lands. I know, Space Viking. This guy was like, I know everything about every area. All to get some artifacts. Histories of the Helpers. High Order of Guthix. A healer of Guthix spoke unto me that he had seen the power, that Guthix's fist would tear at the feeble grasp of those pretender gods who claim possession of the unfortunates that live in Gielinor. I wonder if Guthix's lips could drink the oceans dry. Foolish thoughts. On to research. Interesting tunnels and catacombs lead to the lands of the elves west of Ardoin. Though the route is somewhat dull, further research should yield even more interesting results. What wonderful research opportunities it represents. The demon birds, evil bird spirits of the east, dragonkin, or something else. Oh, we've read about these demon birds, haven't we? I have so far deciphered that these strange phenomenon are mentioned only cryptically, written down by adventurers who have become their hapless victims. The dragonkin's arrival seems to predate most things. Whoops, I clicked the wrong thing. Sorry about that. Read it. Here, I was on page 14 or 15, I see here. Here we go. In short, the arrival of these creatures, whatever they are, seems to signal the absolute destruction of any local area they are visiting. I suspect that they are creatures brought here by gods to support them during the God Wars. Oh, okay. Yikes. This seems like some important information. Also, I suspect that they are responsible for the metallic dragon items. Where the material comes from is still a mystery. Suspected dragonkin artifacts. Key handle discovered by use of strong divination magic in the eastern parts of the wilderness. Key teeth discovered after many days searching the ruins behind the Baxtorian Falls. Cavern structure seems unusual. It looks natural, but is too well crafted and precise. Further investigation of this place is required. Experimentation on dragonkin key melding. Uniting both key parts has so far proved utterly frustrating without even the slightest sign of success. In order to attain the very high temperatures required to meld the parts together, I have stocked many items in a kiln in my special workshop. That's what we got to get into. So far, all efforts have proved useless. The effect of magical pyre logs and coal is intensely fierce, yet it still doesn't make key parts warm. The same is also true of my attempts with magical heat. I fear that in my enthusiasm to unite both parts, I shall lose both as they melt away into nothingness in the kiln. Such is the intensity of my recent tests that the kiln has even broken. Further research into the peculiar metal is clearly needed, but to whom can I trust such sensitive details? Why, me, of course. What talents I have for research in ancient lore is not matched by my knowledge of the metallurgic arts. Such intense studying will require much time. I'm sure Doric and Boric can do this for me, right? Too much, I fear. Note, I should research dwarven areas to see if experience of this material exists. Questionage, can I trust them? Well, if they're from a particular red group of dwarves in Keldegrim, I'm sure you can. Must develop the magical arts required for very binding contract spells, so I cannot be double-crossed. Uh-oh. Okay. Goblins and goblin know-how. Feeling inspired by ingenuity of cave goblins near Lumbridge. Flabbergasted would be an understatement. Who knew that pale cave-dwelling goblins could exhibit such fine motor skills and even finer thought processes? Language doesn't seem to be problematic. There are powerful forces in the area. Can't quite put my finger on it. It seems to be familiar, but just can't place it. Unsurprisingly, Juna continues to be a pain. Should return with my Arcana divining apparatus to take some accurate readings. I wonder if they will be as misleading as the readings in Mauritania or as strong as Lunar Isle. Lucian will be pleased. Uh-oh. The penny drops. Baxtorian caverns, underground ruins of peculiar origin, reported to exist near the Baxtorian Falls. Upon reaching the area, I was immediately struck by the precision of some elements within the caverns. There is much difficulty in getting into the cavern complex, and a comparable difficulty in dispatching the denizens therein. Oh, that's cool, Nickman. They soon determined to let me be after some swift and aggressive spellcasting on my part. Resources ran out before I was able to make a complete search of the area. I returned, and after only 12 days I found interesting, almost invisible arcane symbols, type 12, possibly of the Second Age, also interesting markings near to rough-looking steps. The constructions within that cavern must be of dragonkin origin. The issue of Lucian. From the limited conversations I've had with Lucian, he seems very businesslike. Some might call him abrupt. While I personally prefer an efficient form of conversation, I dislike his personal ambition, which is quite immense. Conflicting emotions surge through me as I research for him. My curiosity gets the better of me, however, and Lucian affords me great resources. I've piqued his curiosity with the unlikely Stone of Jas. At least the resources he sends give me freedom to pursue more likely considerations, like the Eye and the Fist. I'll not reveal that to him. He seems content to leave me alone, preferring to focus on a coming meeting with his Maharat brothers. The potential power that these artifacts could harbor is something to consider. In the hands of Lucian, who knows what he would do? With Lucian so far away in the north, he would have no clue if I were to come across them. I could report that my findings have not met with success. I steel myself at this thought. His powers have increased significantly since he acquired the staff, and I remember the stench of death and overwhelming magic that surround him. The degree of his spellcasting and incantations have started to border on the insane. My experiences in the many different tombs, temples, and forbidding places of this world have given me a strength that many men do not possess. I am not given to weakness in the face of a challenge, but rather I look forward to it. The many enemies I've dispatched, flesh and blood, or from some dark plane, have given me the thrill and ferocity needed to fight for my life. I will remember forever the utterly consuming dread in my heart at my last meeting with Lucian. He began the incantation of Daemonicus Abhorrus, the dark art of binding demons to a perpetual state of torment, something considered to be impossible. The sickening stench of putrefied death filled my nostrils as the screeching, arcane words stung the air. A slight tremble came from beneath my feet, then the jolt, sending me flying to the ground. Not at all. Nothing's bad here. It's just called Daemonicus Abhorrus. What's wrong with that? Cracks appeared in the earth around me, and dust filled the air. A multitude of my of piercing screams filled my ears. A hole the size of a house opened in the earth at Lucian's feet. Searing flames licked angrily over the lip and instantly blackened the soil, charring it, melting sand into glass. The hiss and spit of evil energy was all around as the enormous bone and flesh construction of the demon erected itself and turned its foul, fire-enveloped mass toward us. Oh, great. At one moment, its skin and bone healed into muscle mass of fearsome dimensions. The next moment, that flesh was burnt to the bone by some unholy, unrelenting, and ravaging flame. Such agony and anger was carved into the demon's features, such malevolence and hatred poured forth that I still quake to remember it. As I lay there, trying to hold on to my sanity, Lucian laughed exultantly at his creation. The demon's flaming eyes flicked from red to white hot as it looked at Lucian with vengeance and dark brutality in its heart. Yet Lucian controlled the creature like a puppet and gestured for it to bow down and offer fealty. I've never felt such menace and dread as I did on that day. I know in my heart that giving further power to Lucian is of unquestionable merit. With luck, I can avoid doing so. Perhaps I am gone mad with desire to gain these artifacts, to find the proof of my most excellent research and my most compelling desire. I should prepare before my next meeting with Lucian and seek out Silverlight. Oh, I'm going to need that, in case he sets one of those foul, tormented demons loose upon me. As I sit here now and contemplate a fight against such aberrations of nature, such manifest evil, I conspire to work out a means of victory. The gods know I stand little chance of besting them, these abhorrent demons of pain. I fear that normal weapons will be only marginally useful, as the creatures seem to possess some sort of magical defense. I should like to think that I could whack it with indigestion as it consumes me. Good idea. Such morbid thoughts pervade me now. On to research. Special considerations for Dorgish Khan. Contact Darve and make sure he is properly prepared. Shouldn't run into any problems, but it doesn't hurt to have a bit of muscle in case it's needed. If that interfering Juna decides to cause some trouble, I've got some magics prepared. Also, remember to pack the ADA for a more thorough search within that area. Must find out what that strange aura is. First Mauritania, then Lunar Isle, and now here of all places. It seems different here, but there is no mistaking that familiar feeling. Continues in research notes 2. Wow. A little light reading indeed. Goodness gracious. Well, our good buddy Mavario here seems to be in on some unbelievably evil and dastardly scheming. You suggest I find all I need to find in here and get out before ending the stream? Oh. Why is that? Can't I just come back? Okay, Fire Mage. Yeah, I figure I'm going to have to complete it next time anyway. A huge pile of treasure. It looks too good to be true. It is. After a quick search, your suspicions are confirmed. It was too good to be true. It's just worthless fakery, placed here to sucker someone. Alright. Oh, I see. You searched the strange machine. It looks as if it's linked to something underground, but you can't tell any more than that. It's a contraption, okay, but we're not sure what it is. Yet another ottoman in a room full of them, indeed. No, he doesn't, Space Viking. He's all about getting rid of them. You search the bookcase. Hey, Box, thanks for subscribing, my friend, and find a book locked in place which you cannot budge. You see what looks like a hole in the side of the bookcase with a little red gem positioned above it. Okay. Interesting. Look at the waste paper basket. You check through, but see paperwork regarding tedious everyday details. Pick it up. You pick up the waste paper basket. Alright. You search the waste paper basket and find a small key with a tiny ruby. Ah, the basket is shredded in the process. Okay. Use the key on the bookcase. Ah! Oh my god. It made a staircase. Yeah, I think so. I think you're right about that. Okay, we found his bed. Perhaps. Look at it. Looks normal. Appears to be very tough and uncomfortable. Search it. You search the bed. And you pull the sheets back, revealing a chest. You think you've spotted a trap. Would you like to attempt to disable it? Yeah, sure. You attempt. Okay, you disarm it. You try to open it, but it's locked. I thought only dragons slept on their valuables. Okay. So I disabled the trap, but this thing is still locked. Alright, so we got to get the key somewhere else, obviously. Well, there's the statue down here that we're going to have to put the weight on to get into. There's also some more bookshelves, but none of them do anything when I mouse over them. So okay. Let's go get some weights, I guess. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay. It's the same key? That's funny. I didn't notice the keyhole color. Oh, it wasn't in the description. It was just you could visibly see it. I needed to use my eyes. Gotcha. You unlock the chest with the ruby key. You see 3 items, but have insufficient space to take them. Oh, okay, no problem. We will drop and drop. Alright. You find some research notes. You find a strange key loop. And you find strange key teeth. Okay, so these are the things he's trying to meld together. So this is the door that comes out on the second floor of that secret area. So now it's time to use the weights to open this up, correct? It's finally time to do this thing. All right. 27 tickets. Oh, that's how much I weighed when I came in. Boy. Can you change it by leaving and coming back? No, a thief would be heavier. But so I should be lighter when I try to leave, is what you're saying. So there's nothing to do with this right now? The door seems locked. You hear a mechanical grinding sound. Oh, I only have a few attempts. Uh-oh. So I have 2 tries left, basically, is what that means. Okay. Okay, so this is... I still weigh the same. Right. Right. Okay. Oh, okay. So the weights are messing me up. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Huh. So it doesn't work if you're less than what you came in as. No, it doesn't like me. I guess you're right. Is there like a decimal point that's not showing or something? Oh, it opens. There's another... Okay, thank you. I am totally misunderstanding it. I thought I was going to have to get 27 here to open this. I can just open it, you're saying? Just like that? Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That's hilarious. So you need to put some weight on that. Okay. I see. So... a question I have is this. I thought that Lucian is a Maharat, and so is Khazard, but I didn't think that they were in cahoots. It really is. It's an unbelievable anti-theft situation. So he's like living... Okay, Fire Mage. Hey, Chef Smitty, good evening. Because, like, he's living in Khazard's area. Yeah, pretty much. Wow. I gotta tell you what. I'm really enjoying this quest so far. I love the puzzles and just the gravity of it. My goodness. We are doing some unbelievable stuff. We're meeting some characters. We're getting, like, I feel like so much is being explained to fill in gaps. Right. It is his lair, but does he just have, like... Yeah, you're right, Space Viking. So maybe he was just part of it, and then he's just, like, doing his own research, and he works a little bit for Khazard, and then a little bit for, Lucian on the side, or whomever, just to pursue his own goals. Right. Makes sense. Wow. All right, so I got these pieces of the key, and I got to go talk to the druids and continue working on while Guthix sleeps, and we will do that next week, as it is indeed my bedtime. So I want to say, everyone, thank you so much for coming out and playing some RuneScape, helping me get through this. I was making it way too hard on myself, and I would have banged my head against the wall if you wouldn't have helped me, so I appreciate that. I'm having a lot of fun with this. We'll read research notes 2 next time as we pick up the quest to get more lore and get into the story as we work to finish this massive revelation in the Maharat series. I hope you all have an excellent evening or day, and we will be playing Enshrouded tomorrow on stream if you'd like to step by and or stop in and check it out. Yes, Fire Mage, every night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern to 11:30 or midnight-ish Eastern. And I rotate. I do RuneScape every Wednesday night, and then I rotate games on the other nights. Correct. Nick Man's got it. Alex, Nick Man, Spaced Viking, Chef Smitty, Fire Mage, Crispy Bacon, Fading, Nickel, Manto, Episcocat, everyone out there. Exactly, Fire Mage. Yes, Wednesdays, my friend, Wednesdays. Take care, everyone. Have a good one.